I'm open to inviting something new into my life right now, and I'm really enjoying that. It's a nice kind of puzzle to sit inside of. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to this general reading dedicated to your sign. In this reading, I'll share the messages and energies coming through spiritually, along with the main events unfolding both right now and over the next 30 days. This one's a wild, slightly chaotic mix, but I think you're going to enjoy it. One important note before we begin. This is a collective reading. So some messages, predictions, or events might not connect with you or might not make sense for you right now. If that happens, take a look at your rising sign, Moon, Venus, Jupiter, or the strongest placements in your chart. If you landed here out of nowhere, welcome, and if this energy resonates with you, feel free to follow along. There's monthly content, seasonal content, general energy readings, and something here for everyone, all meant to entertain you, inform you, and connect you to where you're at right now. Good luck, and enjoy the reading. Alright, let's start with some energy from the Venus Oracle deck. Let's see what message or event comes through. This card came up for 2 signs this week, and it came up for you too. Scorpio, mystery and sensuality. You're going to attract a new love. Wait, but I already have a new love? Don't worry, we'll read this for both groups, those of you who are open to love, and those of you who aren't, which might represent something else entirely, and I'll get into that too. Let's start with the group that's open to love, open to new relationships, and interested. Here I see you in a phase where you're very open to this, available even. You're not exactly out looking, but if it happens, you're in. And a person comes through here. When I look at this card, the word mystery stands out more than anything else. It's like this person is unreadable at first. I don't know what they want, I don't know their intentions. I don't know if they want to settle down or just want to grab a coffee. I don't know what's going to come of this connection. I'm going to pull from a different tarot deck in a moment to give you clearer guidance. What I'm sensing is that classic feeling of not wanting to think about something, but thinking about it anyway, not wanting to do something, but doing it. Basically, it's a puzzle of a relationship. I'm not talking about a difficult relationship, that's a different thing. I'm talking about a puzzle relationship. It might be with a Scorpio, or the real theme here for you is mystery itself. I don't know how to behave around this. I don't know what to think about it. But I'm already committed, so it's not love. Here I also see you being open to attracting something new into your life, and this is really about the energy of attraction itself. I'm open to attracting something new, and I'm enjoying that. It's almost like falling in love, except instead of falling for a person, you're falling for a new thing entering your life. Let's pull a few energy cards. The Great Water. Oh, a false person. But don't worry, if this is a warning, the deck will make it clear. One more, please. News about intentions, about what people are actually saying. This is another puzzle. And I won't chalk this up only to Gemini's chart, because honestly this has been a puzzling week of readings for me in general. This tells me you've gone through a stretch of giving people chances. You gave one person a shot. It didn't work, you thought it'd work with another, it didn't. And I see you here having your heart broken a bit, hitting some walls with certain people. I get this both from the bad news card and the false person card, like, ugh, I tried with this person, they said they wanted this, and right when it should have paid off, it didn't. There's a theme of you getting let down repeatedly. The Great Water card, the Anchor card, tells me that either you decided relationships aren't for you right now, that this is a huge puzzle and you're just not interested anymore, while at the same time the oracle is saying a new love is coming. That's why I called this a puzzle. I'm not saying this new love is a false person, I don't feel that at all. I think it's more that you've had your heart broken so many times that you're wary now, unsure what to do, unsure if this is really different. For you, love is a mystery. Relationships are a mystery. But the intentions card that closes this sequence tells me this person is genuinely straightforward with you. I don't see you as closed off to love. I see you as guarded, because you've been let down so many times, trusted people who didn't meet your expectations, dealt with lies along the way. You're more used to disappointment than to someone who's upfront and clear. And this intentions card feels like someone different from what you're used to, maybe even someone a bit more reserved, but not someone who hides things the way that other person did. This person shows things clearly, just maybe not in the way you're used to receiving it. Let's pull the tarot to understand this further. It's speaking to a pattern, to you constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the moment this person shows their true colors, even while you're trying to stay open. It's confusing, because you don't know whether to let go completely or keep holding on. Knight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. King of Cups. Nine of Swords, you, worried, overthinking. And the Six of Swords, Gemini. This is usually a breaking old beliefs kind of reading, where everything you've believed until now is up for reflection, to see whether you keep believing it or it's time to shift your mindset. This tells me you may have recently ended another relationship, or that your head just isn't in the space of relationships and love right now. You're living day to day, dealing with what's in front of you, not dwelling on love. I see that in the Knight of Swords. You, running through daily life, living it without much headspace for anything else. And in the Page of Pentacles, I see you carrying old memories, carrying old beliefs like love isn't for me or relationships aren't for me. And then it seems like within this, you meet someone who really shakes up your head a bit. Maybe someone completely unexpected. And I see this person positively, through the Knight of Cups. Nothing here is warning you to be careful. Quite the opposite. The Knight of Cups shows someone who gives you a lot of attention, who shows up clearly for you, treats you really well, to the point you start thinking, wait, maybe this could be different, or this catches your attention. This person is really capturing your focus, like, wow, they actually meant what they said, they showed real interest. There's a strong sense of this person drawing you toward the idea of a relationship, in the group I'm speaking to right now. And while that's a good thing, the Nine of Swords tells me you're anxious about it, wondering how long this will last, when they'll show their true colors, when they'll disappear, when they'll do something disappointing. It's like you're bracing for the worst the whole time. Then comes the Six of Swords, which I found interesting here. It's about moving forward, heading into a new chapter carrying the lessons you've learned, but still moving forward. What this is really saying is that a lot of the fear you're feeling isn't really about the other person, it's about what you've already lived through. You need to pause and recognize that. You weren't prepared for this? Totally understandable. You've dealt with a lot of difficult, even terrible, people. You've learned a lot from that, but that doesn't mean you're doomed to repeat the pattern, unless you choose to, or unless that type keeps pulling you in. Because this reading is about a breakthrough, someone entering your life to show you that break, and you stepping into a new chapter. Interestingly, even though this could have felt like a warning reading, I don't feel the need to say be careful with this person. Notice, no negative cards came up here. That doesn't mean this person is flawless, but it does mean you should give something new a real chance without constantly bracing for it to fall apart, because you've dealt with a lot of difficult people before, like I said. But right now, it feels like you're in conversation more with your past than with what's ahead, replaying old situations, assuming this person will repeat them, because you've lived through this pattern 3 or 4 times already. This is asking you, if you can, to clear your mind and actually live this new chapter. Something that helped me a lot when I realized I was afraid of living through something again was understanding that every person is different, even within relationships you've repeated before. The new person was raised differently, had a different history. Different relationships is simply a different person. There might be some overlap, oh, this person talks like that other one. But they're still different people, different situations. And if you want to actually experience this, you'll need to let go of that old pattern. You've learned a lot, you know how to protect yourself, but you have to release that old story. Otherwise you'll always expect it to fall apart, expect lies, expect disappearance. So pay attention to that, for your own growth, because while it's smart to stay alert, people genuinely are different. It's not the same situation just because it feels familiar. Now, for those of you where this isn't about love, but maybe about a life or career shift, here I see you attracting a new work opportunity, or something that feels very promising in terms of long-term potential. It could be a new job offer, or with the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity in general. It's like you're not expecting that door to open, but it is opening. And part of you hesitates, wondering if you're trading something stable for something uncertain. Again, this reading is about your past experience versus what's ahead, and about how things can be different. It's asking you to take a leap into something new, and it's your choice whether to take it. Despite some hesitation, I see you giving this new thing a real chance. Recognizing that even though things have gone wrong before, it might be better to move toward new opportunities, new chapters, rather than staying stuck in something exhausting. Let's pull from a different deck now to see what else comes through. The Coffin. The Rings. The Garden. The Anchor. This deck, through people or gossip, speaks to exchange and transition. I can read this both emotionally, in terms of relationships, and professionally, since the Anchor closes this sequence. For the relationship group, this tells me you recently ended a relationship, or you're in a phase of switching relationship patterns entirely. The Coffin and Rings together suggest you just closed out one relationship and are already meeting someone new. And when I say just, it doesn't necessarily mean literally last week, unless it did, but more that you're finally closing out an old pattern, something that felt like back and forth, something that trapped you, something that hurt you. And right as that pattern ends, I see you meeting someone new, and the contrast between the two is stark. Where the old situation gave you no certainty, maybe even lied to you, this new person is very clear about what they want. Very sure of themselves. The Lady, the Roses, the Clover, and the Allies card, which represents you, I see you enjoying this, liking the flirtation, liking how this person treats you, feeling desired, feeling good about it. But you're the one holding back, being cautious, testing the waters. Maybe even saying let's just be friends while still being cautious inside the situation. The birds, the star, and the house cards tell me this person is willing to wait. Somehow you've sparked that patience in them too. Even though you see them as mysterious, hard to read, because again, we're talking about breaking old patterns here, whatever pattern that is for you. It's like they're saying, okay, you want to take it slow? We'll take it slow. You need space? I'll give you space, while still being interested in you. The Rain, the Lily, the Fox, and the Path cards, this is very much a once bitten, twice shy energy. You're willing to give this a chance, but with one foot in and one foot out. That's not wrong, by the way. It's natural to move carefully out of real fear, until you heal from what you've been through, until you learn the difference between people, until you learn how to navigate this new phase. That takes time, and that's exactly what's coming through here. I'm not telling you to dive in headfirst, that's something you'll come to on your own, in your own time. What I will say is this. You seem to really like how this person treats you, but you're also comparing it to things you liked in past situations, even ones that weren't great overall. So there's a mix of I liked certain things about that, even though other parts were frustrating. Pay attention to that. Sometimes a person shows affection differently, more gently, and it's hard to recognize it because you're used to affection looking a certain way. So learn to recognize this different kind of affection instead of second-guessing whether it's real. I won't say it's all in your head, because I do see two genuinely different people interacting here, but there's a part you control too, opening the door and choosing to appreciate someone in the way they actually show up, not just the way you're used to. For those of you dealing with a shift in opportunity or work rather than love, there's an interesting exchange coming for you now and over the next 30 days. This could be the same role with different responsibilities, or an entirely different position, but either way, a change you're going to like. You might feel a bit unsure since you don't fully know the new environment or the people yet, second-guessing whether it's the right move. Spoiler, it is. I see you making new connections and genuinely enjoying this shift. What the cards are asking of you is to stop assuming it'll go badly just because past situations did. Give it time. Stay open to the transition, open to adventure and to good things coming in. There's something meaningful headed your way over the next 30 days that will genuinely be good for you. Now let's look at 4 key events coming for you, from now through the next 30 days. First, I sense strong doubt or suspicion right now. Maybe doubting someone's intentions, maybe just anxious about what's coming. But I see that easing. Whatever's been weighing on your mind is going to pass. I see you much calmer moving forward. This connects to some important shift or decision you already made, even if you're unsure how it'll play out. I see you finding peace with it. Second, your romantic connections. There's an opening here, clarity is coming. If you're talking to someone and unsure of their intentions, that becomes clear. It feels positive, good conversations, good invitations, maybe even someone opening up about their feelings. Sometimes we hold back to see what the other person will do, and here, the other person has already let go of the brakes, it's you who's still holding back. I see good moments and real warmth building here, and you starting to care more about this person. Don't disappear on them, I see someone breaking down walls you've built up. Third, a possible job or work change. If you've been looking for something new, prepare, a shift is likely coming in the next 30 days. Even if you're not actively searching, it might still come find you, through a message, an offer, someone reaching out. If you're self-employed, this could mean a shift in contracts or partnerships. Either way, something worthwhile is coming your way. Now, for your final oracle message, renewal, making space in your life, and justice on its way. I see you stepping into a new chapter starting now through the next 30 days, professionally, through a new job, or personally, through a new person entering your life. And it's always strange with these shifts, because we never really know in the moment. There's no sign, no flashing arrow saying this is the right one or this will make you happy. It's always that lingering question, will it work out this time? I see you breaking a pattern here, allowing yourself something different, and I think that's genuinely great. Every day is a chance to allow yourself something different from what you've done before. And that's really what this is about. Breaking a pattern doesn't mean forgetting the past or pretending it didn't happen. It means honoring what you learned from it, while no longer allowing yourself to keep living it. Not for anyone else's sake, for yours. Out of respect for your own story, you give yourself permission to start fresh. Out of respect for yourself, you give yourself the right to live a different story from here on. That's the advice I want to leave you with. Respect yourself enough to make space, to allow new things to happen, to understand that outcomes don't have to repeat themselves. That old fear of I've been hurt too many times, so I'll be hurt again doesn't have to hold. Because you're not the same person anymore, you see things differently now, and because of that, your story changes too. You keep rewriting it until it becomes the ending you want, the ending you deserve. And that's exactly what justice on its way means here, being fair to yourself. That's what brings renewal into your life. Hold on to that awareness, and let it help you shift the pattern. Understanding that what you're living now, and what's coming, is different, because you're approaching it with a different mindset. That's the reading. I hope it resonated with you, made sense for you. Drop your power word for this reading in the comments below, and your word is renewal. Type it in the comments so I know you're here, so you can activate that renewal in your own life and invite in new, good things. Until next time, Gemini.